Coach Kim here, seasoned personal trainer, ready to give you 20 minutes of backside firming exercises. We're going to be doing some standing. You'll need to grab a chair as a nice tool that you'll be using to hold on to. Also some floor exercises. So grab a towel, a yoga mat, and get some space. But most importantly, put those comfortable clothes on and let's get ready to firm up that backside. Thanks for joining me. Buns of steel for seniors. Here we go. So I'd like you guys to grab a chair, something nice and sturdy. We're going to stand in front of that chair with your feet about shoulder width apart, both feet facing forward. Use your hands for counterbalance and put those weight on the heels. I'd like you to go ahead, get your butt back, have a little sit, and then stand back up. We're going to warm up with 10 of these right now. So I'd like you just to give it a little tap now instead of a full sit. Excellent. Remember to breathe through the motion. Beautiful. So this is a basic squat, a very functional movement. We're going to wake up all these legs, including those buns. Oh, trust me, we're going to be targeting this rear end. This back porch is going to get some work. I believe that's about 6. We're going to get 10 total reps. That's 7. I'm not known for great counting, but that's okay. If we get a couple extra, just think of it as a bonus. You got a couple more. Down, up. Notice how my knees are not going over my toes. Let's get one more here. One more. Stand up. And perfect. That also gets the heart rate going a little bit, which is fine. Now this next exercise, I'm going to show you kind of a harder, more advanced, all the way to most of us will probably be using the easier version, especially if you have cranky knees. So get your right foot back towards the chair. You're going to put your left foot in front with a kickstand, or what I call a kickstand. You're going to put your weight heavy on that back heel. So for me, it's my right foot. I'm going to put the weight heavy on that heel, and I'm going to stand back up. So this is a single-legged squat. Some might call it a pistol squat. Big time butt exercise. Whew. All right, let's get going. My hands are counterbalance. Come all the way up. Now, those of you that are more advanced, maybe you want a little bit extra spice and you have super healthy knees, you put that leg up in the air just like this and do it. And tap and stand. But for most of us, like I said, it's okay to put that kickstand down and it helps you with better form, a little more control. Down and up. So remember that weight is heavy on that back heel. Let's get a couple more. Up. You're doing a fine job. One more. Down and up. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So again, put the kickstand down. That takes a little load off that knee. Put your weight heavy on my back heel. For me, it's my left heel. And stand all the way up. So make sure that weight, your weight is on that back heel, not the front of the toe. Good. Tap. Whew, it's getting that heart rate going a little bit, isn't it? Whew, I'm getting a little toasty. Up, up, up. It's good. It just means your body's getting warm and we are moving. Good. Single-legged squats, very powerful butt exercise. So if this is your first time doing this, don't be surprised if in a couple days you wake up going, whew, man, do I feel that in my cheekies? And all the way up. Perfect. Good. So this next one, what I'd like you to do is stand next to your chair. You're going to anchor yourself on that chair with your hands on each side. You're going to take your right leg or your left leg if you prefer, and I want you to lift up and and you're going to extend that hip, come down, tap the ground, and lift. Now notice how I'm bringing my leg up parallel to the ground, all the way down, and I'm squeezing my cheek, come back down. Beautiful job. Now I'm supporting myself with the chair. Some people prefer to hold it up higher. Just make sure that chair is nice and firm or against a wall. Up, we don't want any chairs floating around. And my other standing knee is soft. Good job. I'm bringing this up, squeeze my cheek, come back down. And you know I'm not talking about this cheek, I'm talking about this cheek. So lift it up and squeeze, come back down. Let us get a couple more for fun. Up. So this is not only training that cheek, your posterior end of your body, it's also working a little bit of lower back, which is good because motion is lotion. Let's get the other side. Lift up, squeeze your cheek. Let that foot come down. Now remember, my standing knee, the one that has all the weight on, my knee is soft. It's kind of spongy is the word I like to use. And lift back and up. Very nice job. Up and back down. I know you're feeling it. I'm feeling it. And really be mindful of squeezing that cheek. So you're not thinking about all the errands you have to do, the dry cleaners, you got to do this, you got to do that, make the phone calls. You're thinking about these cheeks and how good it feels to move. Let's get one more. Up and come back down. Good. So stand nice and tall, kind of shake it out. Put your feet about a little more than shoulder width. Let's just do a nice little roll. Get that body moving. Nice little hip roll and go the other side. Good. Now, this little tippy bird, or some people call it a single deadlift, my standing leg, I'm using my right leg right now. My knee is soft. My hands are in front of me. And I'm just going to hinge forward. I'm going to touch that chair with my fingers, and I'm going to come back. Now, did you notice a hinge, meaning I'm sticking my butt back, and I'm tapping right here on the chair. Come back up. Now, you're going to feel it definitely in the hamstring, which connects all the way to that glute, down and up. Very nice. So hinge. Now notice this is also working balance. So some of you are going, wow, I do feel you're floundering around a little bit. Do you know the good news is it will get better. So the more practice you do, the easier it becomes. The brain kicks in, kick down, and before you know it, this is going to be a piece of cake. And down. And speaking of cake, go to the other side. Are you being mindful of your diet? Let's go to the other leg. Whoo, you hear me talk a lot about that 4-letter word called diet. Because when people want to lose weight and they want to firm up muscles, firming up, yes, you need to do the exercises to firm. Are you hinging? Is your back flat? But you need to be mindful of what you eat and drink every day and your portion size, because that matters a lot. As a matter of fact, a lot when it comes to our weight and how you want to get everything, lose that body fat. Let's get a couple more. Now remember on the hinge, my butt goes back. I'm hinging forward. If you have a mirror next to you, that's even better. You can watch your form. Down, hold. Is your knee soft? And then come back up. Perfect. Now I'm going to flip my chair around. Why? Because I want this high end up here. We're going to do a nice little hip extension. So I want you to hold on to something nice and sturdy. I'm standing up tall. I'm going to start with my outside leg, which is my right leg. If you want to use your left, that's fine. But I'm going to bring my leg diagonally back, and I'm squeezing that cheek right at the top here and coming back down. Now, my standing knee is soft. What I don't want you to do is this. Okay, so stand tall, go back just enough to squeeze that cheek. Do you notice how it's diagonal back? And come back down. Beautiful job. Breathe. Go back, hold, come back down. Again, what are we thinking about right now? We're not thinking about what we're cooking for dinner tonight. Nope, not the next television show that's coming on. We are thinking about the cheek. Come back down. Good. Buns of steel. Oh, we don't get a nice butt by sitting on it. No, we get a nice butt by moving it, being mindful, firming it up, and by eating fruits and vegetables and being mindful of our food choices. Up. So move that body every day. And it's important to do exercises like we're doing here. It's important to get 30 to 60 minutes of that cardiovascular exercise in as well. Up, up, up. And exercises, one thing I really like to do, stadium steps. Do you ever get a set of stairs? Do you have stairs in your house? Oh, that's a great tool for your buns and cardio. Let's go to the other side. So I'm standing back, and again, I'm going diagonal back. So be that person that takes the stairs when you go places. Don't stand and wait for that elevator. Let's take the stairs. You're burning more calories. And all the way back. Good. So unless you've got some kind of health issue, maybe you've got some knees that are super cranky, and I understand that, all the way up. But if your body cooperates with you, I really would like you to be that person that always takes the stairs, parks far away, and go out of your way to earn or burn those extra calories. So I'm squeezing my cheek every time I go back. Are you? Back and up. Let's do another one. And fine. Beautiful job. So a quick little stretch. Put one foot on top of the other. This is a little number 4 stretch. And I'm going to sink into it. I'm just going to stretch those cheeks for a second. Good. And then go to the other side. So put your other foot on top of the knee. And I'm sinking into it, just giving just a gentle stretch. Good. Now we're going to go into what's called a curtsy lunge. Gets the gluteus medius. What does that mean? That upper butt cheek. So we're going to go down to the side this way and stand up tall. Now holding on makes it so much easier. Those of you that are more advanced, you don't need to hold on. Now notice you're going to have to find what works for you with I don't want your step too close. Okay, it's a curtsy. Imagine you have a little dress on. Boop. Guys, of course, I know you're not thinking about little dresses, but you can think about this curtsy. So the deeper you go, the more you're going to feel it in those butt cheeks. If you're breathing heavy, that's completely normal, by the way. Down and up, down and up. Again, if you have to hold on, that's absolutely fine holding on. Keep going. Think about those cheeks and stop whenever you need to. That's okay. Keep going. We've got 4 more in us. That's 4. You can build up to doing this. That's 3. Couple more. That's 2. Whoo, and those of you, as this gets a little bit easier, good, kick it out. You can repeat and go through all these reps one more time. That would be fabulous. So shake it out, and I'd like you to go ahead and get on your back. We're gonna start with the basic bridge movement. So I need your back flat, your feet are about shoulder width apart, my knees are bent, my head's relaxed. I'm gonna go ahead and push with my heels of my feet, and I'm gonna drive up, squeezing those butt cheeks at the top. Good. And then come down nice and slow. This is a basic glute bridge movement all the way up. I'm sure you've done it at one time or another, but it's a great exercise for the posterior chain of the body, which includes your hamstrings, the back of the leg, the buns, and the lower back. And as you know, very important to move these muscles around. And I'm sure there's a few of you out there going, well, Coach Kim, I'm waiting for these buns of steel. Whew, all the way down. Now remember, nice buns. You can't spot reduce. So if you do this all day long, don't think you're going to wake up having some spectacular model buns tomorrow morning all the way down. So you've got to combine being consistent with these type exercises. You need to be doing cardiovascular type exercises, down and up, keep moving. And most importantly, we need to focus on what we eat and drink every day. I do talk a lot about mindfulness with our eating and drinking all the way up, in combination with cardiovascular exercise as well as resistance training. And all the way up, lift, 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 squeeze the glutes. Perfect, come back down. Now I'm gonna make this a little bit step harder. Now, if the next step, what I'm gonna show you is too hard, come back to this exercise we just finished. So your right leg is gonna stay bent. I want you to extend that left leg out straight, flex your foot. So, which means my toes pointing towards me. Push with the heel that's on the ground. Lift my bun up, push your hands down by your side, and come back down, good. So again, push with the heel that's on the ground, lift yourself up, a lot more intense, isn't it? So it's the hamstrings talking to you. Some of you might even be cramping right now. That's okay, very normal. Come back down, push down with the hands, lift up. And just like anything else, the more you do this, the stronger you're gonna get. It's gonna get a little bit easier every time. Come back down. That's when we start adding weights and grandkids on your hips. The way up, we can elevate your feet on objects and steps and tables and all kinds of good stuff up. But we'll get there later. Right now, let's just focus on some good body weight exercises that you can do, and you don't need a lot of space. Let's get one more. If your back starts to hurt, please default to the other one with the knees that are bent. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So flex your foot, push with the heel that's on the ground, hands by your side. Whoo, thinking about buns of steel. This is a single-legged bridge, a lot more intense than the basic bridge. So if anything's hurting you, that doesn't feel right, remember, just default back to this one, please. So let's go. We've got a few more in us. Up. Whoo, back down. Think about those cheeks, those hamstrings, lower back. Let's get 2 more for fun. Up, up, up. And come back down. Another one. Lift up and down. Hug those knees to chest. Always a good idea to stretch that back and rotate those ankles in both directions. It's good to get things moving and grooving. Love, love, love. Good. So now, next thing we're going to do is we're going to flip around. And again, I'm going to show you ways to make things easier or harder depending on your fitness level. So put your knees under your hips. Hands are under your shoulders. My head's in line with my body. I'm going to extend my left leg into my chest, and then I'm going to push it straight out. Now, do you notice how my leg is parallel to the ground, or at least I hope it is? So my hands are under the shoulders. I'm going to bring it in and bring it straight out. Very nice. In and out. So a nice little hip extension. Again, we're targeting the buns. We're targeting the back. They're all connected, those posterior chain muscles. So very important. And kick back. Also, is your tummy pulled in? In other words, stomach needs to be pulled in. The belly button pulled into spine. So I don't want you sagging your neck like this or lifting it up for that matter. I'd like your head in line with your body. I just happen to be looking at you because I like to watch you here. And kick back. Now, it's very normal to feel this on the knee that you're standing on or that you're kneeling on. Very normal. So if you start feeling something in your butt cheek there, that's quite all right. You're putting all that weight down. Wait till we flip it. You're really going to feel it. And extend. Good. And push back. And you can flex that foot towards you. That's fine. And push. Push. Very nice. Bring it in. Bring it out. Now hold it up. and give me a little pulse. Oh, you're mad at me now. That's okay. You'll get over it and kick it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, did you feel that? Yep, I know you did. And then you're going to take the other knee, bring it in and bring it out. So bring it in. I'm flexing that foot towards me and bring it in and bring it out. Good. Head in line with your body. Is your tummy pulled in? Look at your hands. Are they directly under the shoulders? Push. Is that other knee under the hip? And push out. Very good. Excellent. You know, you always feel better after you move. When you're done doing this today, you're just going to feel firmer. You're going to feel stronger. It's an empowering feeling. You know, physical exercise, yes, it's great for the body, and physically we do it because we want to look good and feel good. But you know what? There's a lot of mental stuff that goes on, mental therapy when you exercise. It does. It makes you feel good all the way around. So it's the most transformative thing you can do for your brain is to move your body. So I'd love you to do that every day if you could. Move this body. Let's get a couple more. Push it out. Let's get another one. Push and hold and pulse. Now we could always make things harder by adding resistance tubing. Oh, we'll get to that at another time. So push it up. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Quick child's pose. Put your knees wide, feet together. Sit your butt back. I'm just giving you a little stretch. Now, some of you might be limited with how far your butt can go back, and that's okay. Crawl your fingers forward. Drop your head. Enjoy your stretch. We're not doing yoga, so get ready. We're moving on to the next thing. Get in that same position you were before. Your hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We're going to do a little butt blaster. So take one leg. You're going to push it up and drop. Now notice how my legs, it's like a little 90 degree. Some of you that are very advanced, you want to take a little 3-pound dumbbell, wrap it in a towel, and stick it behind the crook of your knee. Oh, let's add a little bit of intensity. So 3 to 5 pounds, if you have that and you want to make it more intense, or maybe you can make that your goal. So you're going to bring this up. My foot's flat to the ceiling. This is a butt blaster. Kind of speaks for itself, doesn't it? Down and up. Oh, butt blasting we are. And to bring it down and up. Buns of steel. Here we go. Push. How's the other knee feeling? You feeling that a little bit in your cheeks? Good. Keep going. Push it up. We've got a couple more, and then we're going to do a little pulse. So, ready? One more. Push it up and pulse, 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 pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, and very good. So let's get that other side. So bring this up. Again, if you want to make it harder, grab a little 3, 4, 5 pound dumbbell and bring it down. Push it up. If you only have 1 or 2 pound dumbbell, want to use that one, go for it. Down and up. And if you're like me, you don't have any dumbbells hanging around, that's okay. You can use a water bottle. You could just use your leg. I do suggest though, if this is brand new and you haven't done this in a long time, don't use dumbbells yet. Make that a goal, work up to it. So bring it down and up. Perfect. Are those hands under the shoulders? Push. Down and up. Push. Good. Good butt blasters. Love it. You're going to feel so good. Let's get a couple more. One more. Push it up and pulse it, pulse it, pulse it, pulse it. Push that heel up to the ceiling. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and sit back. Good. Put those knees wide, butt back, nice little stretch. Oh, that feels nice, doesn't it? Good. Now hands under the shoulders again. And if at any time your wrist is bothering you, you're more than welcome to go into a low plank position. Personally, I'm a lot more comfortable with a high plank position. So let's go back to that original leg, and I'd like you to do a little circles with the knees. Good. And if anybody has any little mini bands and you want to put those mini bands, it's that little round circular elastic tubing over the top of your knees. This makes it so much harder. It's awesome. So bring it up and around. So just make that your future goal. All right, reverse it. Reverse, reverse, reverse. Good. Keep going. Keep going. And switch sides. Good. Now, it doesn't matter which direction you go. Just remember to change it when we say change. So we're going in circles. Circles. How's the glutes? I know I'm feeling it. Keep going. Whoo! And then reverse, reverse, reverse. Keep your tummy tight. Head in line with the body. Keep going. Reverse, reverse, reverse. Good. Let's put one leg over the other. Slide the knee back. Go down to the forearms. You deserve a good glute stretch. Little pigeon pose, breathing in your nose, out your mouth. Do you notice how both my knees are on the ground right now? One leg is over the other. And let's go ahead to the other side. Cross one knee over the other. I'm just giving you a little stretch, and you're going to feel this right in that piriformis. If you have sciatica issues, boy, this is a nice stretch. Breathing in your nose, out your mouth. Beautiful. So what I'd like you to do, if you're a beginner, start off with just one round of everything we did. Otherwise, work up to doing 2 rounds so you can go back and repeat this. Thanks for joining me today. So remember, you don't get a nice butt by sitting on it. We get a nice butt by moving it and being mindful. So hope you enjoyed your workout today. Remember to always check with a doctor before starting an exercise program.